In this video, I started out with $0 in his truck and spent the last 4 years building the farm to where it is today, only to go broke. So now I have the challenge of starting over on a brand new farm with next to no money. Will I go broke or will I make it big? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe and drop a like helps too. Anyway, let's go do some farming. Well, boys, this is another very early morning out here on the farm, and we have a very tall order of things to do today. First thing up, it's finally dry enough to go out and plant the field that we've been waiting to plant for like a week now because it just keeps raining and it's just too dang wet, but it is finally dried up to the point where we're good to go. Anyways, my mechanic buddy came out and looked at some of the new equipment that we acquired from the property we bought across the road the other day, and everything's pretty much good except one hydraulic line has a leak, and I would like to get that fixed before we go crazy operating all this new stuff. Well, new to us, that is. So I got to run into town quick, get that done, and then hopefully we can get out into the field and plant the rest of our soybeans because it is already getting late in the year. I should probably also feed the cattle at some point too, unless they still got enough feed. They haven't been going through it terribly fast. Yeah, it looks like they're still good. Now, once I do get the cash, I would love to get a hay grinder to actually grind up some hay so I can make some mixed feed, but for now, we just got to work with what we got. All right, just coming back here was $100 for the new hydraulic hose, and we should be able to get that on and get that hay bind or swather, whatever you want to call it, back in business. Okay, new hydraulic line in. We should be ready to go. Now, a lot of you guys have been suggesting that I sell this second gen here, and I have honestly not checked if this thing's a gas or diesel. Hasn't moved since the day I bought the property. In fact, before that, I've never started this thing up to check. And it is a diesel, that's for sure. So there's a parts truck at the new farm we bought, and it has two 12-valve Cummins. There's one in the bed, one in the truck. I figured if this thing was a gasser, we'd swap the 12-valve in here, but no. Anyways, I'm probably going to get rid of this thing now. So when I get a chance, I'll clean it up, toss it on Facebook Marketplace, and we can go from there. All right, I hope my seeder is ready to go here. Unfortunately, we still do not have the big case back from, well, the case dealership yet. Still waiting to hear back from them. It should be ready today, though. That's what my buddy told me that works down there, so we'll see. But for now, I gotta just get planting here because we're already late in the season. All right, so I put a little bit of a dent in this big old field here, and since I got so much stuff to do, I actually gave a call to my neighbor down the road there, Freddie. He's a retired farmer, has not much to do as far as I've heard from him. He always stops in for coffee. Anyway, he's gonna come by and run this for a little bit. I've got to run to the case dealership because apparently my tractor's ready to go, so Freddie's gonna continue on this once he gets here, and then when I get back with the other tractor, we're gonna swap it out real quick, and he's gonna carry on with this so I can do some other stuff. That should free up my day a little bit because I got way too much to do. Man, this quad is smoking a lot. Probably not too good for it. It's a Honda though. It keeps going. Out of the way, deer. I don't want to run you over. I mean, I have the bumper for it, but still, I want to be scraping deer off the front of my truck. Well, one $5,000 bill later, and my case is back, and it looks like Freddie's going because he's eating up all my money. Anyways, with all the work sourcing the part, it actually wasn't too bad. Kind of thought it'd be a lot more. I'll be back to pick up my truck a little bit later today, but we got to get this back to the farm. Well, it looks like Freddie is ready and waiting for me here. Finally be able to give that old case a quick break. That thing's been going. And there he goes, just gonna finish up the field for me. Oh man, really have to flex on me like that, Freddie? It's a brand new 2024 Ford F-250. It's a King Ranch too. Yeah, you can tell he retired with some money in the bank, that's for sure. Man, that's such a nice truck. I need one of them. He must have just got that too. Because last week when he was over here for coffee, yeah, he did not have that thing. He was still driving that beat up dent side. All right, well, we'll give you a break from running that big old cedar. Sheesh, surprised this thing hasn't broke yet. Anyways, now that we got this equipment all checked over and ready to roll, we can actually get moving on some of our new fields out there. Now, them things have not been cut in a minute, so, I gotta figure out how to run this thing. I don't want to slam into a fence. Anyways, them fields have not been cut in a minute, so there's gonna be some serious hay out here. I have not cleaned up this new farm at all yet. I probably should at some point once I get the time, but for now, the soybeans have to go in, and this hay has to get cut. Because if we want to get a second cut off of this, we gotta get moving. I don't even know if we will get a second cut off this. And of course, it's muddy over here, so the swather, or hay bind, I can't honestly figure out what to call this thing because it's got a hay bind front end on it, but technically it is a swather. Either way, this thing's already covered, but it is what it is, I guess. Now, this is going to make some seriously quick work of these fields. This just cruises. Now, the question is, should we sell the old A-Bind there? Because we're not necessarily going to be needing it. I'm not too sure. Don't worry about that. That's just a little snow catch right there. That, and I guess we have an extra rake now. Man, I really don't know what to do. Oh, and an extra baler too. We just have one of everything, or two of everything, I guess now. I could almost hold an auction out here. That's how much stuff we got. Which, now that I think about it, that might not be a bad idea. Let me know down in the comments. And that make quick work of this entire field. Done in like no time. Yeah, we still have a fair amount of equipment to clear out of here, but we'll get to that eventually. Oh, train going by. Oh, there's a back road out here. I didn't even know there was. I have not even explored this new property that we have. So after finishing up the next 2 fields faster than I've ever cut hay before, and as I was getting ready to wrap up the second to last field, I got a call from Freddy telling me that he was just about out of seed, but he was nearly finished, so he just needed a little bit of a top off to finish up planting. So I finished up this field and headed back to the yard to get that taken care of. And by the time I made it out there with the semi, Freddy was already there, ready and waiting. So after getting him everything he needed to finish up the little bit that was left, he was back up and seeding, and we needed to go finish mowing the rest of the fields. And by the time I finished up the last of the hay, Freddy was already done planting the beans, but he had already went home because he said, and I quote, "Happy to help anytime, but ain't no way I'm missing Wheel of Fortune." So I had to run out to the field and grab the tractor and seeder myself. But who can blame the guy? He's retired. Well, I actually got a lot more than I thought I'd get done. All the seeding's finished. I got all the hay cut for now. Oh man, I can't. Yeah, there we go. Oh, the hose is a little too short here. Anyways, it's not like we're gonna have a lack of stuff to do around here. We still got a lot to do. So I think originally this seeder was parked back in here. I frankly don't know how I would do that, so it's probably just gonna go outside for now. I can figure out a way to actually back it in there. I think I'd have to detach the seed tank, but for now, we're just gonna leave this outside because it's gonna make things a lot easier. And it does not help I'm running out of space over here. I really gotta move some stuff around or sell some stuff. One of the two. Probably sell some stuff. That would be the smarter idea, so I'm not so dang broke. Which, with all of Freddy's help, I'm down to $6,000. Not ideal. I'm out here with the case, getting some of this hay raked up here, and it is drying out so dang fast that we might actually be able to bale everything tomorrow. That swather, or hay bun, has a crimper on it, so it makes this stuff dry out super, super nice. I gotta say, this case tractor here, it rips. We are moving. Although I might take the duals off. I'm not sure if that works great for raking or not. It'd probably make tighter turns if we didn't have the duals on, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Well, it is the next day here. I got a decent amount of the hay raked, and I checked it this morning, and it's pretty much good to go. A little bit on the wetter side, but I think we'll be all right. I'm really excited to try out this 8410. Heard they're really good tractors. Never had one of this exact model. I've had a few John Deeres. Absolutely loved them, so can't imagine this thing's gonna be any different. Now, I thought the horsepower input into this New Holland baler would be like crazy big. No, this 8110 has about double the horsepower this thing needs. So almost any tractor on the farm could run this thing. There is a few exceptions though, and the auger tractor is one of them. I guess we have to unfold this dang thing. Okay, so I just went to go fire this thing up, and something ain't right. Apparently, I don't have the right twine in this thing. Called one of my neighbors who has one of these exact balers, asked him about it. He said, yeah, you got the wrong twine in there, so I gotta run to town and pick up some new twine. I was just using the stockpile that was left at the farm by the original owner. I thought it would work, but I guess I thought wrong, so I gotta go grab some. And you know what? My dually is still at the case dealership. I really gotta go grab that thing. I guess I'm taking the old second gen. I'm gonna have to ask Freddy to take me over to the case dealer, but for now, I can go get the twine. Well, $700 later, and this should do the trick. This is apparently the twine for that specific baler, so we'll see if it works. Okay, a few rolls of twine later, and we should be ready to go now. Really hoping this stuff works. There, would you look at that? We're actually moving. These are apparently some pretty dang big bales. So I was playing around with the sizes on these square bales here, and I guess I made a stubby one. Huh. I think we're only trying to make some bigger bales here. Less we're gonna have to pick up, because these are all getting sold anyway. Alright, well that's the first field. A couple good bales off of that. Looks like they turned out pretty dang good. Yeah, these should be worth some good money. We still have 4 fields left here. I think this was the biggest one though. But I'm pretty happy with how all this is working out. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.